guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm doing a quick little video for you guys on my top 5 foundations for oily skin. Now that the summer is almost here, it is essential for us oily skin girls to make sure we have a good foundation that is going to last us all day long, not slip off, etc. And I've had oily skin for the last 10-15 years, and so I really have tried so many different foundations, and I know that for people with oily skin, it is very difficult to find a foundation that really works, so I hope this video helps you. So I actually have 6 products. One is kind of a bonus just because it's not really a foundation, but let's go ahead and get started. The first one is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This one really does last you all day long. It is so good for oily skin. This is the one that I wear for weddings, for things that I know I'm going to be required to sweat, we'll be dancing, we'll be having a great time, or you're in a hot, humid climate. Like, this is that non-fail one where you can get that perfect full coverage look, know that it's going to look the same morning to night. So this is that full coverage, perfect finish sort of look. This foundation is really interesting because it's very thin, yet it somehow packs such a punch. When you put this on, you almost feel like you're not putting on enough, and then give it a few minutes and it transforms into like full coverage. I've heard other people say the same thing, and I don't know how it does that, but it does. So that one's amazing. I wear color 4 and 2 Spiced Sand, and I prefer to apply that with a beauty blender to give me the most flawless coverage. I do have a full review on this, and I will link that down below if you guys are interested. Next is my Nars All Day Luminous Foundation. This is so strange because it says All Day Luminous. However, it has a tiny bit of luminosity, but it's not something that interferes with the formula of the foundation, and that makes it less wearable for people with oily skin. I did not think this would be something that would work for oily skin at all because of the name, but I was very wrong. Also, this foundation is one that you require such a tiny amount of. It's 1 drop. When I say a drop, when you pump it out, the pump drops out a drop, not a big old pump, and that's all you need for your whole face. This foundation also gives you that I am wearing makeup look, but I love how well it diminishes pores. That's probably my favorite part about this foundation, because it really gives you that sort of flawless look. And I mean, Nars does an awesome job with their makeup, and the foundation is no less. I have the color Syracuse. It's a bit light for me right now, so I use it just in the center of my forehead and the center of my face. Also, that is not one you want to use with a beauty blender, because it really does soak up the product, because you need such a tiny amount, so use that one with your fingers. And I do have a full review on that too. I will link that down below. Next is a Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Foundation. Just like all Kat Von D products are, they are all meant to last all day long, and this foundation really does do that. I also find that the color range for this is really good. They have a good range for people who are in the neutral undertone section like myself, because that's usually very hard to come across. And this foundation, though, is very thick. I will have you know that it's going to be the thickest one out of all the ones that we're discussing today. It is going to feel like foundation. However, it doesn't look quite as thick as the Estee Lauder foundation does. So you can still get away with wearing this while not looking like you're wearing a whole lot of makeup. But it feels like makeup. So the formula of this, I feel like, could be perfected and could be worked on, but the oil control is amazing of this. Again, all day wear, and I literally, when I was working at Abercrombie, I'd wear this morning to night and not look like I needed to blot or anything. So this is a really good one. And I applied that one with a brush like this. You could also try a beauty blender, but I don't know if I have done that. It's a thick foundation, so I would suggest using a brush. Also, keep in mind for all the products that I'm mentioning, I know that for my oily skin, I cannot not wear powder, so I always set all of my foundations with the MAC Prep and Prime Loose Powder. This is the best powder that I have found for my skin. It really helps contain my oil, so no matter what the foundation is, how good it is, I have to set it with this. Next is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. This was probably one of the first foundations that I ever discovered for oil control, and it does such an amazing job. It also looks very much like skin. I think it looks the most natural out of all the ones that I have just mentioned, and they have an awesome color range for this also. However, Sephora does not carry the whole range, so if you do want a certain color and you think that you can't find it, make sure to go onto the Makeup Forever website. They do a great job at catering for foundations for all skin tones, especially us darker skin girls, so you will definitely find something in their range for you. This has an amazing matte velvet finish. That's why I feel like it looks the most like real skin. The coverage is amazing. It lasts all day long, but this I noticed as time started to go on, I sometimes would see that it was separating around my chin area, but for years it didn't do that, then all of a sudden it started to do that. So I don't know what changed, maybe it was my own skin that changed, but this is a foundation I recommend to everybody with oily skin. I love that color, and I am color 65. Also in the Kat Von D, I forgot to mention I'm M62. Lastly, for my 5 foundations, this is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is the color NC44. This is the very first foundation that I ever discovered in life, and it ended up being very good for oily skin. However, MAC colors don't tend to suit me. They just look really gray on me, and back then it used to be a really good fit. Now it is no longer a good fit, but the product is awesome. It's kind of in between in terms of thickness between, I would say, the Makeup Forever and the Nars foundations that I've just shown you guys. It's kind of in between. It does a great job at oil control, will last you all day, does not break up. And I've also heard a lot of dry skin girls love this. This is sort of that universal foundation by MAC that people love. So you don't have to be oily to use this. However, I think that it's a great product for oily skin. Lastly, my Nars skin tint. This is in the color medium 3 Cuba. And while this is just a skin tint, it really does pack a punch because it has a lot more coverage than you would expect a product like that's like a tinted moisturizer to have. And it's just incredible for oil control. It lasts me all day. It does not break up. It looks the most like skin in comparison to all of these products, and even has a lot of coverage too. So for all of you who want something more natural for the summer and don't want to look like you're wearing a lot of makeup, this would be your bet. And I can literally wear this morning to night and it does not move on me whatsoever. And even without primer and powder, it is still pretty good on my oily skin. So love these products. If you guys have any questions, please list them down below. Most of these I have done reviews on, and if I have, I will link that in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye!